Okay, I had a job interview today and I was super nervous. Like, I hardly got any sleep last night. I had that butterflies in your stomach feeling like all last night, all today. I hate job interviews. I think most people don't like them, but like us introverts, like, absolutely hate. And so it lasted about 40 minutes or so. The guy was really hard to read, and I I got mixed signals about it. He said he said that they really like do not try to hire people externally, and like just going on and on about we really try to like hire people internally. That's our goal, like, most of the time. And it's like, okay, like, why are you telling me that? Like, I'm external, obviously. I never worked there. It's like, oh my God. So I didn't know how to feel about that. And then he didn't ask me like a whole lot about myself. Um, I have like 10 years of experience in like the same field, but like it would be a different position. It's a position that I don't really have experience in. So, like, I have the background knowledge of things, but like, I don't, the actual position itself and the day to day, I would be mostly starting from scratch. So, I don't know. And then the most of the interview was him telling me about the company and all this like kept going like growth, growth, growth. Like that's why we're hiring. We just keep expanding and we're trying to like work through that. And so then at the end of it though, he gave me a tour of the place and he was introducing me to like everybody that came by. And then he was like telling me in depth about the place and I was like, I don't know what to think about that. That's again like a mixed signal. He asked if I could, like, what my start date would be, and like, I don't know, because like companies don't usually give you a tour and introduce you if they're not interested in you. So like that made me think, well, maybe they are interested in me. Um, so yeah, but anyways, like, I'm bringing this up because like I don't know. I was deep in thought all day today about work, just thinking about work and like how big of a leap it is to change careers when you've done so, especially like the longer you've been there. I've been there 10 years. Do you know how scary it is to leave somewhere that you've been 10 years and start all over again? And so like I told my coworker when I got back, I'm like, I don't know, how do you tell your intuition? Because I got a bad vibe from this place, is what it was. That's why I was uneasy when he was giving me a tour. I just got a bad vibe that this is going to be even more stress than I deal with now. And it's going to be a lot harder. And I'm going to be way out of my comfort zone because like I do office work and I get to be my introverted self like points throughout the day. Like I can't be introverted all day, but like I get times where I can rest and like go back to being introverted. In this place, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I'm gonna be on the phone all day long with like customer service shit, which is like my nightmare. Because it was not clear like what position you would be put into. It's like they do a multitude of things and they're sliding around throughout the day, so like it was not clear like what I would be doing specifically. So, oh my God. I'm like really hoping that they don't offer me the position because, okay, like how do you tell between a bad vibe with your intuition and um or you're just being anxious? Because I obviously am very anxious and um I don't know how to tell the difference. But then I talked to another coworker tonight, and he was telling me because he was in the same position at a different company, but really the way he was explaining everything, it was like the setup of this place. And it was like, it really sounds like that is what I would be dealing with. Because I compared what I was told today, what I was shown, with what he told me, with what he dealt with. Because he told me it was a nightmare. He was there for under a year, and he said he would get like 50 phone calls a day sometimes, and I'm like, I cannot do that. I can So I'm like, oh my God. And he's just we got to talking about he would get bitched at. He would get bitched at by drivers, and then he would get bitched at by the people um managing him, like above him. So I'm like having to be on the phone with people bitching at you. Like I have some of that at my job now, but like I can't do that every day and have like call after call of that. I cannot do that. So I'm like I'm just trying to like envision what it would be like, and it's like you don't know until you're there, but it's like it's such a gamble, it's such a leap, and like I just have such a bad vibe about it. And so, I just keep thinking about corporate America and like how unfair it is, how shitty it is. Like just think about like how much of your life you waste there. This society, like it's just normal to like drudgery of work and being miserable and being bitched at every day. Like that's what we were talking about is like I just want to have a job I can go in, do what I need to do because I am an excellent worker. I have an excellent work ethic. I'm so hardworking. But like do what I need to do and not get bitched at and have people on me every day. The pressure and the stress. Like every day it's too much and and then when you like say that, people are like, oh my God, they're like that stupid saying of like, well, they wouldn't call it work if it wasn't hard or whatever. What is it? What is that saying? Like, they wouldn't call it work if it was easy or stupid. Like, oh my God. But it shouldn't be this way. Like, we as humans are not meant to be wasting our lives away like this. Working our asses off to put money in the pockets of people, like, ah, who can actually have nice things and enjoy life while we're like doing all the freaking hard work on the front lines. Like, Uh, and like I just really feel like an orca at SeaWorld. Like I literally like here you go, Amanda. Here's a fish. Here's another fish. I'll get back in the pool, like start doing your tricks again. It's like that's such a good analogy, is it not, for corporate America? It's like you're an orca in a pool and doing tricks every day to get some fish, but you're stuck there and you have no freedom. What are some jobs that like you don't get bitched at like every day? Like, or you don't have to deal with like so much pressure every day. Like, I want to know what those jobs are because I need to get into something like that. And I said this in another video, but like, if you want to know what my workday looks like, watch that episode of The Twilight Zone, like Last Stop Willoughby or something like that it's called. Train to Willoughby, I don't know, but that guy, like, watch him in his position and like dealing with stress and pressure all day long and people like barking at you and like wanting to run from the building. Like phone calls coming in and emails and like can't keep up with it all, and it's like that's my life.